America could face the darkest winter in modern history unless leaders act decisively to prevent a rebound of the coronavirus. That's according to a government whistleblower set to testify Thursday before Congress. ABC4's Brittany Johnson obtained a copy of the testimony and has more.
A warning from health officials. Reopening the economy amid COVID-19 too soon could pose dire consequences, more infections and more deaths. But Utah is one of the handful of states starting to get back to normal.
We haven't really shut down the economy entirely, and we've been accused by others of not doing enough.
Lieutenant Governor Spencer Cox, tasked with leading the fight against the pandemic, addressed the issue on ABC4's A Path Forward.
In the event that your medical professionals come to you and say, look, we are going in the wrong direction, are you open to another shutdown in the future of the economy?
No, and we won't need to do that.
But the man who was the top vaccine official in the United States says something different. In this written testimony, Dr. Rick Bright warns of the darkest winter in modern history if leaders continue to go in this direction. Dr. Bright was in charge of the office involved in developing a coronavirus vaccine until he was fired. The doctor said he was terminated for insisting the government invest more funding into COVID-19. Now considered a whistleblower, Dr. Bright is set to testify before Congress on Thursday. ABC4 News received a copy of his testimony. Dr. Bright will share his belief that the Trump administration was unprepared for the coronavirus pandemic, writing, quote, "I pushed for our government to obtain virus samples from China and to secure more funding for BARDA to be able to get started quickly on the development of critical medical countermeasures." Going on to say, "I pushed HHS to ramp up U.S. production of masks, respirators, and other critical supplies such as medicine, syringes, and swabs." Dr. Bright writes his urgencies were dismissed and he was cut out of key high-level meetings to combat COVID-19. He also states without clear planning and implementation of steps he and other experts have outlined, there will be a resurgence of COVID-19 this fall, greatly compounding the challenges of seasonal influenza and putting an unprecedented strain on our healthcare system. The doctor has a grim warning that if we don't develop a national coordinated response, the pandemic will, quote, "get far worse and be prolonged, causing unprecedented illness and fatalities." Dr. Bright's testimony also has recommendations on how the federal government can improve its response to the pandemic and limit some of the expected surge in cases in the fall. You can read this written testimony in its entirety on our website, abc4.com. Reporting in the newsroom, I'm Brittany Johnson, ABC4 News.